So I've got 1 cup of red wine.
I have 1 cup of Canadian maple syrup and Canadian whiskey. We are here today with my good buddy Eli. I've known Eli for a long time. We're gonna make sausages out of a pig that Eli raised, as well as venison pork sausage. Where did the deer come from, Eli?
Well, the deer came, I was sitting having my morning tea, looking out the window when my neighbor pulled up, and he had a deer in the back of his pickup, which he dropped in my driveway. So his granddaughter was on her way to school, and the bus driver smoked a deer on the road.
Woo!
So he didn't know what to do with it. He was a little freaked out. So my neighbor's granddaughter said she would take care of it. Mm-hmm. She texted her grandpa and he brought it over here.
Yeah, so things were taken care of by the bus driver as far as the deer goes. So we're making roadkill sausage.
Yummy.
Oh yeah.
So the first thing you want to do is get some of your sausage casing soaking in cold water, and that's going to start to leach the salt out of it and get it ready to use. So you can pick this up usually from the local grocer. It comes in a big knot and you have to kind of untangle it. It's a bit of a chore. So we're doing about 10 pounds of sausage today, so this should be enough casing to cover that. So we're gonna grind the meat. So you want to keep your meat chilled. You want it to be as cool as possible, even close to frozen would be okay.
Okay.
So we've got ours in the fridge. This is for you off-grid people. This is called a refrigerator. A refrigerator. We've got some lovely pork. This is pork we raised ourselves on the homestead. And we've got some venison, courtesy of our local bus driver. He was kind enough to run a deer over for us a couple days ago. So we're gonna keep the bowl cool, keep the meat cool. We've got some northern Ontario snow here, which is extra cold. Put our bowl in there and that'll help chill the meat as we grind. We've also put the grinding mechanism in the freezer, the blades and the auger and whatnot, just so we're not heating up the meat as we grind. So if you're going to be processing a lot of meat, it's definitely worth spending as much as you can on a meat grinder. So get the best quality meat grinder you can afford. One of the key criteria you want to look for is the horsepower. So the more horsepower it's got, the better. And make sure it's got a good solid construction. So this grinder has a foot pedal, so that allows for a hands-free operation, so you can turn it on and off with the pedal, and that keeps your hands free for handling the meat. So we're going to grind our venison now. Venison is a very lean meat, so when you're making sausage you want to have about a 4-to-1 ratio of meat to fat. So we're going to add some pork fat to our venison, and that will make it delicious. Let's grind the fat. Okay, so today we're making a fresh sausage, so that means there's no smoking or fermenting or dry curing involved. So you make the sausage, it's ready to cook or freeze, whatever you choose. So I'll be making a red wine and garlic sausage. So we'll be using red wine for the liquid, some garlic, some pepper, and some salt. So it's a very simple recipe.
And I am making a whiskey, maple syrup, garlic sausage.
So we've got our pork, the fat is already mixed in. So we're going to take 2.5 pounds of that. We'll add 2 pounds of venison and another ½ pound of pork fat. So I've got 1 cup of red wine.
I have 1 cup of Canadian maple syrup and Canadian whiskey.
And I've got 40 grams of sea salt and 10 grams of black pepper.
I have the same.
And we've got 1 head of garlic each. So we had about half batch of meat left, so we're gonna try a little experiment. We've got some whiskey barrel stout for our liquid. We've got a yummy Gouda with cumin, and we'll use the same ratio of salt and pepper. Doing a couple test patties just to make sure we got the spices and the salt and everything right in the sausage. Smells delicious so far. So we need to rinse the inside of our sausage casing, get any salt out of the inside, and then also to get it onto the stuffer. So this is how we do that. Alright folks, the big moment has come. It's time to stuff some sausage. Sausage party, sausage party.
Yep.
Me and Dave are having
Sausage party, sausage party.
sausage party.
Okay, so that was the red wine garlic. Now we're moving on to the maple whiskey garlic.
Yummy. Ready?
I'm ready. was a sausage party if I've ever been to one.
Roadkill sausage party.
Roadkill sausage. So, we have beer, stout, Gouda cheese, we have whiskey maple syrup sausage, and we have red wine garlic sausage. The only thing left to do, cook them up and taste them.
Yummy.
Let's do it. That was an epic sausage party. Hopefully you enjoyed that, because I know I did. And they were the tastiest sausages I've ever had.
They were very delicious.
Yes, definitely. So, until next time, see ya.